All right. Welcome, everyone, to Thursday Night Yin. It's my honor to be teaching you all this evening in the ways of surrender. And that's the key, right? Letting go and letting be. And opening up that heart space, because that heart space allows us to be guided in that way. It's like a feather. It's very light. And as the Egyptians used to say, if your heart weighs less than a feather, then the energy of the universe, the promised land, the afterlife, is a heaven. It's a great joy. And so as yogis, we practice this energy here on earth. And so let's begin today our beautiful practice using the bolster in a unique way. So we're going to start today placing the bolster underneath our knees. Doesn't matter what size it is. And just starting to press down into the bolster knee by knee. And as you do this, start to walk your hips back. So you might be on a larger bolster, right? And you're maybe working it like this. Or you might be on a more square bolster, right? And you'll be able to team a little bit more. That's why if you have multiple bolsters, you can try it differently for the first minute. So just push down into this bolster. And as you start to do this, start to feel yourself coming down from top to bottom as you continue to dig down from below the hips, right? The knees are involved, the feet, everything is working in the right way. Allow it to go, allow it to flow. Push, push, push. Good, good, good. Feel, feel, feel. Now when you're ready, start to find a nice place. Move that bolster around a little bit. Maybe a little bit higher or maybe a little bit lower, right? If you want to follow me, start higher. Bring it a little bit higher. You're still sitting on the ground. So even if it's a big bolster, right? You're still sitting on the ground. It's just offering you a way to press down in a different way. So as we press down again, reaching forward, start to fire up those thighs. Breathing here, feeling here in a different way. Reaching forward, right? Reaching forward. Using all the techniques we've learned to continue our journey forward. But having a little bit of a barrier to entry from the floor actually shows us maybe what's working when that's not there. And that's a really nice space to be in. Good. Coming back, let's transition. Take it a little bit more forward. Walk it forward underneath your calves, and same thing. Stretch it this way now. And now you can see that the feet are off the floor, right? You can move freely, again, with just as much lightness. And that's why we say we don't do yoga, right? There's no doing, right? The effort is in the reward. And so it wouldn't be a doing, it would be a play, right? It would be something rewarding, right? That's why musicians play music. They don't do music, right? They play music. It's a creative, it's for the benefactor of oneself, right? You are your own benefactor, right? You are benefiting from the joy of stretching your body in all these unique and dynamic ways to help for the natural alignment to naturally unfold. Good, beautiful, everyone. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go with the sound of ah. Good, right? The sound of ah, always a little louder than a yawn and a little quieter than a sneeze. Good, back off here. Place your feet onto the bolster. Again, no matter what the size. Start to move side to side. Side to side. Good, and as we move side to side, look left and right. And as you look left and right, feel. Good, fantastic. Now from here, taking that bolster, now we're going to sit on it. Once we sit on the bolster, just relax again. Let the hips move side to side. Feel freedom in the hips. Good. And then slowly, gently go to lie down. Using your elbows at first, just lie down. And then bring your hips up. As your hips come up, slowly, slowly, making their way up, You can use your bolster to help you and just bring everything up as high up as you can. This is known as snail, right? Getting nice and high up the feet. Use that bolster underneath you to help prop you in the right position. And then once you get there, you can use your arms to relax. You can use a seatbelt grip or intercross your fingers and just pull, or you can reach to the inside. See, on the inside, not the outside, the inside. And grab the outside. And that'll give you all the relaxation you need if you just lock the arm to use the shoulder to pull gently. It's nice and easy. And again, you're really steering here. Snail is a very beautiful pose. You want to feel it lower. When we do happy baby, we usually curl the tailbone aggressively downward to get the elongated spine. In this position, we don't want it. We want to hyper extend our tailbone toward us, and it forms a spiral, right? That's what that curl is. And so if you follow the line outward in this position as you breathe, you're breathing out the spiral from the base, and then all the way down. As you continue to do this, relax your head, right? Your shoulders, everything relaxes, nice and calm, nice and easy. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. Relax your back, especially your lower back. As you continue to breathe like this, your arms are just lightly pulling on your legs. There's no tug of war happening. That's a yang style. This is yin, right? You use gravity. You use the natural laws of the universe. No miracles, no magic powers, no snake oil. Just gravity, science. And you say, this is what's most important object. And then you say, second most important object is myself, because myself is supported by this natural law. Without this natural law, I would flow away, be gone, staring out into the stars, right? What keeps us grounded is this natural law. And so the two most important things, gravity and yourself. And yoga is that third thing where you start to form that union, right? The third thing is actually the thing in between the two things. Because there's nothing greater than yourself. It's the most important thing. There's people in your life that would validate that and believe that. Your yoga community is a living candle or living vigil of that. As long as people are practicing yoga, then whatever you're going through, others are too. That's the beauty of yoga. It's an autonomy over our suffering. And so yourself in the posture is that yoke, that union. Breathing all the way in. Breathing all the way out. Between yourself and gravity. One more minute, relax a little bit more. Remember, in yin, we want to breathe into our experience. So at first, long and peaceful, and then eventually, just like a surfer surfs the wave, an astronaut goes into outer space, a fisherman fishes, a forester forests, a tree trees, a yogi yogis. That breath unites the body and the mind. is connected through conscious movement. You're getting involved in the involuntary. You're supporting yourself. And so as gravity challenges you at this point, it also is a great liberator, because there are things, if you could just let go, that tension would disappear and that alignment would occur. And that's the nadis extending outward from the kundalini, all the energetic lines in our body. The Taoists call meridian or chi points. The consciousness of yoga is just that. It's consciousness of unions. All things are our fingers pointing to the same moon. Breathing through for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Deep breath. Exhale, let go, and just shoot the legs up. Nice and straight. Point, curl. Can't see on the screen, but point, curl, nice and strong. You can do that from straight leg, but again, coming down also feels really good. Just brings circulation, right? We have just been in a beautiful inversion, right? Increasing our circulation, so our lower body is going to feel extra oxygenated and extra clear. It's again like blowing your nose, getting rid of the congestion in the blood, right? Oxygen-rich environments, very important for our body's health. Very, 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 part of our well-being, right? Very special part of that. Good. Good. Couple tailbone tilts, nice and easy. Right? Don't come off the bolster just yet. Just come forward and back. Good. Now watching carefully, slowly, and right into your cobbler pose. Just fall right into it. Sweet, beautiful transition. Right into cobbler pose. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Try and resist the urge to move around. Of course, you always can, but the yin is about a surrender. And when we take a transition such as that one, you can just fall into it. And you can also feel where your boundaries lie, and that's where in yin they say your comfortable edge. And how do you know what that is? When all this energy is coming to you, sometimes it's like a tremor, sometimes it's like a feeling, it's a strong sensation, associated with strong sensation. What do? Just relax into it. Right? You can come up, you can come out, right? Remember, the intensity of going into the journey with yin is because you're comfortable, right? There's no such thing of reaching the epitome of yin if you're not comfortable, right? The yogis meditate in caves, they're very comfortable. And that's why we have to realize the inventory of where we are and how we're practicing. Even like this, it's fantastic. It's amazing to be able to share the space from all our homes tonight. So again, just relax the tension, right? From nose to toes. Breathe it all the way in. And all the way out. Good. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Belly button all the way back to the spine. 5. As the belly button goes towards the spine, keep exhaling, relax your neck even more. 4. 3. 2. Slowly, gently. Coming back up, nice and easy. We're going to do one Brahmari. I'm going to turn and face you. And just stay where you are and just sit up nice and tall. And once you come up nice and tall, find a position for your hands. Mine are just holding on to my ankles. Just allow that to come up a little bit higher. Good. As you come up higher, feel one Brahmari. And as you do your Brahmari, sink back down. But go as slow as your Brahmari. Go as strong as your Brahmari. Okay, all the way. Deep breath in. Good. 10 more breaths. 9. 8. And as you start to continue the count, start to crawl forward, reaching with your feet, with your heart. 7. And as you continue to come forward, the heart is moving towards the feet. 4. Side to side, slowly coming up. 3. And then all the way up to straight. 2. And then relaxing the hands in a comfortable position over the knees. 1, and just support yourself for 1 deep breath in. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, best part 1. Take your knees. Give yourself a big hug. If you notice the bolster's behind me conveniently, if you do have the bolster behind you, you can hang off your knees. Push out a little bit more, all that tension in the lower back where we were just stretching. Pushing it back. Again, returning it back to where it just was, but in a different way, from the back side, pushing it out. Beautiful. Side to side, side to side. Feel, feel, feel. From up high. And then back down. Good, fantastic. Coming. We're going to take our bolsters, place them in front. We're going to take our leg and make sure that our bolster is situated along our leg. So it'll be nice and parallel to the leg. The position I'm taking is exactly the one I want to be. I would suggest starting with your left side so we stay together, but if you happen not to, that's okay. Right? Just keep it nice and long and lean. Good. Now from here, start to create a little bit of a rock so we can massage out that hip a little bit before we start. Right? Just nice and easy. 2, 1. Where does it feel comfortable? Right? Wherever it feels comfortable, you'll notice with the knee, there's a place where you can move from where the legs sort of relax. You want to find that place deep inside, grounding down. Then once you find it, curl your leg over, know where it is, bring it all the way around. Give yourself a nice hug right before your bolster. Good, and from here, gently, slowly, as you see what I'm doing, gently, slowly bringing the knee down. And as you can see, the knee's going over toward the bolster. Okay, so back and forth, nice and easy, over toward the bolster. Again, I'm already feeling it deep in the side body, over toward the bolster, right? And again, you're not falling over because your leg's preventing you. That's why you can get right deep down in the hip and then relax it back out. And then get down right deep down in the hip. Relax it back out. Good. Feel, feel, feel for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to to take the leg, I'm going to place it on top, and the knee is going to come down. Okay, so just like this. So whatever your bolster is, you're just bringing your leg on top of the bolster. Good. Start to move your body side to side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now the knee slides out, it opens up. Now we're in deer pose. So we're going to move our bodies all the way, full twist, and having that bolster, no matter what the size, right? The feeling is going to be nice to be able to drop down onto something. It gives us a different feeling, right where we want it, right at the tailbone, right? So allow yourself to move from the tailbone into the twist. Noticing how much of my twist happens from my hips. And then once the hips fully lock, you keep twisting through your upper body, reach out to a comfortable, uncomfortable place. And if you can breathe, you're in the perfect space. If the breath is starting to become too challenging, back off and choose a different space. So we're going into supported deer twist, nice and strong, deep breath in. Full exhale. Deep breath in. Full exhale. You're feeling the energy all the way up the spine. On the inhale, it's up, 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 and then exhale all the way down and through, but it's like a cloth. You're wringing out the water, right? Push through the vertebrae as you twist. And then when you find that sweet spot where you feel good, relax down on your forearms and just fully twist, or just relax your head as you twist and just surrender. And just take a full minute here to relax. Try and relax that back leg, front leg, arms, shoulders. Drop your head, feel how your spine arches and twists. Very powerful for release, especially with the breathing. Good. 10, 9, 8. Push a little bit back, creating a curve in your spine like in cat pose. 4, 3, and then slowly, gently, with helping hands, climb back up, nice and slowly, and start to move your body and changing the position of your hands, right, to move in different places. Or maybe you feel you might not have moved before. There's a whole world over here now. I always say, for people that don't quite understand the power of this position, it's like imagine you're hanging on to a boat, right? Your whole body's on the side, you're pinned up again, you're reaching out, right? It's such a beautiful pulling of something very large because you're getting on the other side of it. So your body's from this side pulling so it can go underneath it. That's the feeling, stretching out the muscle through twisting and moving in this way. Good, we have one last stop. Take the foot, place it on the front of the bolster, and then let it open up, right? But did you see how it's like a cobbler? We want to change that. So make sure you take the leg underneath, pin that one. Good, and then from here, slowly bring that other leg. So even if your leg is up high on a higher bolster, right? Slowly bring it up. And again, you're starting from the side, so it's really easy. You can always form a tripod. Notice my hand is on the ground the whole time, right? Doesn't matter, that's not what it's about. It's just about slowly, slowly getting upward. And then once you're upward, just let your leg lie on that bolster, wherever it is, whatever height, and just allow yourself to come forward and forward, right? You can keep your hands on your leg if you prefer. I like that, it feels nice, but for some people, the weight of gravity is all they need. They're holding for a long time, right? So they just walk out and stretching always forward. And again, that bolster is just going to create a beautiful support for us to really get in deep through the thigh, into the IT band, up the lower back, the sciatica, stretching it out. Again, I like to call this pose double pigeon in a way because again, it's like super double pigeon because again, the leg is just in that perpendicular angle. You can get right down into it with the bolster. Having it lifted, it feels a little less far away. That creates a different intimacy that you can do with the breath, deep breathing out. So all the time as you continue to breathe in and out, right, going all the way through, nose to toes. Right, crown of the head to the tailbone. The breath emerges as your way to navigate from what is comfortable, which is with the movement, to which is your comfortable edge, which is the end of movement, right? Where you're comfortable in the place where if you go any further, it's too much. And any less is not enough. It's perfect. And so that's what the practice brings you every time, that perfection, because it's always about perfecting that makes it perfect. It's never in the perfection itself. That's impossible. There'd be no effort, right, if it was perfect. And so effort implies perfecting. And that's what we're doing, again, growing into that observation, that own self-empiricism, breathing all the way in and all the way out. Good, 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Slowly coming up. Take your time coming up and move your body around ever so slightly. Again, what feels good for the goose is not always what feels good for the gander. Right? Feel. Gravity and yourself are always in a beautiful interplay and interaction. Good, so as you've seen, we move the leg in a lot of unique, dynamic ways using the bolster as a support. We're going to do it on the other side as well now. So just bring it out the way you came through. Bring it all the way around. Nice, and just change the legs. Now the right leg comes through and it holds that position, and we bring this one into a bit of a rock. Right, just getting into the right side now. Oh. The right side has been lightly stretched, right? Maybe even more lightly in certain places, but now we're gonna feel the difference where we were and where we are. It's what they call asymmetrical in our feelings, right? It's not always the same on one side as the other side. Even the way I might be moving might be different, right? I might have only done this way before, and now with this side I'm dropping the knee and stuff. It's always changing. That's why as the teacher, you're merely a teaching, right? It's just a way onto a way. It's a practice. That's the beauty of this prescription, or this preemptive work that we do each and every week. Good, let's slide that leg around. Bring it all the way around. Give it a hug. Good. And now from here, we're just going to lie it down nice and easy. Again, bring that knee that's underneath. Again, move around a little bit. There's no rush to get there. Just remembering the complexity of the pattern. But yeah, take your time. Again, you can pull it out little by little, right? Work it out and through. Feel your hip. It's all about your practice. Again, your optimal movement is all the way through from down to up, right? So you're always looking for that smoothness in the joints. And that's what we, look at as youthful, but that's what yoga is about, is maintaining that youthfulness, this elixir of life and joy and painlessness in the body to experience ananda, bliss. All is born of our fire, effort, or tapas. Good. Now from here, again, we've lifted the leg, which feels nice, allows us to get into a good way. And so what we're going to do, slowly, bring yourself around, nice and easy. Moving around into the full twist. Right. Nice journey toward there. Work everything into it as you look through. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. Right. And as you continue to twist all the way through, right, feeling each and every vertebrae. You'll be more comfortable on this side, but again, spending the first minute just getting acquainted. Straight arms, all the way back and through. Right? There's a tightness in the body, but there's also a yin at play here. You can surrender and just breathe. And feel that articulation with a full inhale, with full expansion in your lungs. Heal your lungs, heal your heart, heal your organs. Breathe through it nice and strong, and when you're ready to surrender, exhale down towards the ground, on towards the forearms, and just let it stretch out. Good, breathing all the way in and all the way out. You'll feel it deep down in the hip. You want to back bend. You want to open your body. You want to open yourself. Gravity is pushing down, right? We want to resist against it, but in a yin way, by building ourselves a frame. It's no different than how a skyscraper is, right? We build the foundation, and then it can stand. Same with ourselves. Our foundation is our frame, our bones, and then our breath. This is the expansion. This is the healing. This is where we rejuvenate. We reconnect, we recharge everything within ourselves. Again, that beautiful energy of gravity in yourself and the connection of the yoga, the breath, the posture, builds that bridge between these two, magical forces. The universe in you breathing through every breath. Inhale. Exhale, feel that life energy, what they call in yoga prana. Good. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And slowly, as you breathe again, slowly start to come up. But it's breath by breath. For a count of 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good, everyone. Slowly coming back. By coming back, just take that foot, place it across, the leg comes behind. Right, now you're on this side. Hold on to your leg. Onto the side. Roll it out, feel. Right, each side is different. That's the water course way of the body. Working through that asymmetry. Go ahead, leading with white instead of black in a chess game, right? Beauty of all of these mathematics encoded in the science of our practice. Good, now from here, again, gently, leading downward. Good. Leading down. And if you feel comfortable, like I said, you can obviously be supported back and have the leg down and feel comfortable. But if you can, come up, right? That bolster's there to create the perfect symmetry so your front leg can actually push forward against it. This top leg can lie on top of it. And you just start pushing in, right? You can start by using the weight of your arms, but if this is too much, again, slowly, slowly coming out of it, right? Coming more forward. And again, it's all about that heart center. And then when the heart center finds its place of surrender, then it's all about the head. And then you just breathe through the whole superhighway of pranayama, right? The kundalini, the sushumna, the central channel, the spine, right? The center channel. That's all it means. Center line of yourself. The Goldilocks, that which is just right. Breathing all the way in and all the way out. Pushing back for 10, relaxing even deeper. 9, 8, 7, relaxing the heart, relaxing the head. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly, slowly coming up. Again, take your time to come up. Nice and gently. Again, spend the time to feel, right? But then bring yourself back. Open it up. Good. Bring it back around. And just allow both feet now to touch the top of the bolster and then side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the legs a little bit wider. 1 knee at a time. 10, 9. Arms are straight. Stretching, right? 5, stretch, push hip forward. See how much angulation, articulation you get. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So that was a beautiful sequence. Let's take that bolster, hook it underneath us, and let's sit down on it. Coming forward, coming forward, coming forward into squat. Right? Using that bolster to come forward, Put all the weight into the ankles and the toes. And every time, I want you to imagine, a lot of people, they say they don't feel anything. It's because you're not going further. What you want to be able to do is the point where you're able to stand up, right? But you don't, right? You just want to work it because we should be able to, right? That's the beautiful thing. So I want to work those lines of energy. And the bolster is really supportive because it just supports us upward. This would be very hard to do, right? For many of us. And so really working it through so that way one day, right, when you're ready and there's enough yoga and it just rolls through the ankle, right, you just come up, right, back down, and then back up again, and then back down, and then back up again. So if ever you think the move is too easy, just remember, there's a harder variation, but this is the yin way. We're working it through, working it through, working it through, working it through, working it through. Good. Now from here, slowly, slowly take your hands on your bolster and walk yourself in. So my hands are still on my bolster behind me, right? And I'm just walking myself in, and then I'm gonna drop my knees one at a time. Still holding on behind me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. When you're ready, open up now. Feel the openness. Crawl through one hand at a time. And then once here, relax into it. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Feel, feel, feel. And slowly, slowly surrender for a minute. Just let it go, let it flow. Good, 1 minute. Good, breathing through. Full breath in. Full breath out. You'll get a lot of joy from here. Remember, this is where we were when we were doing snail earlier. So now you're feeling different parts of an area that you've already stretched, but now you're doing it from the vertical position, from the top down. The other way we had reverse and we're going bottom to top. And again, that exchange on gravity. But really, this is snail, just upside down. And so here we are. So take deep breaths and relax your head because you know what snail feels like with the floor underneath your head, and you can just relax into it. You'll notice the position is a lot closer to you than we were doing it on the ground where we had straight arms. So there's definitely a lot of stretching going on here right now. And that's the beauty of the yin. Good. We are out of time. So when you're ready, slowly, gently take your way back and then past your bolster into a downward facing dog and push back. Push back for 10. Push back 9. Push back 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Nice and easy, guys. Just because it's a hard pose doesn't mean it has to be hard. 2. Nice and easy. And 1. Good. And the bolster's right there. Place your knees on it. Right. Relax down. Coming down to the floor, take your hands, bolsters out, and just relax for a count of 10. Here in child's pose for 10. Press those armpits down. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. And slowly coming back up. Good. As you come back up, start into a tabletop. Just move around your body, left and right. Good, fantastic. Now from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna relax in Sphinx. But how we're gonna do it is making sure that our solar plexus are the one that is on the bolsters. Some people have big bolsters. Just remember, whatever you do when you're in tabletop, when you lower yourself down, that your chest is out in front, right? That's what we want. And then once we're down here, placing those forearms, again, come down, come up a couple times, call this army crawl, right? From down to up, right? It's a good feeling to do. And then again, your bolster can get comfortable. You don't want to be squeezing against it. You want it to go deep down into the organs. A nice light massage. This might feel a little bit sickly if you're not used to letting your abdomen relax. And so again, we're getting a double medicine right now. We're getting the support of the bolster, but we're also getting the posture. And of course, the breathing. So there's the bonus. Okay, deep breath in, look up. Exhale, relax your head down. Inhale up. Exhale, relax your head down. Inhale up. Exhale, relax your head down. Good, keep it relaxed. Squeeze glutes, release. Right, you can do this with the breath. And then exhale. Right, squeeze. Exhale, release. Right, being shaped by the breath. Good, last one, and we're gonna relax all the way on the ground. And then exhale all the way down, down, down. Choose an ear, which side you want to be on, and just relax down. And you might feel strong pulse happening deep down in your gut. That's your heart beating. The bolster can really create a lot of comfort, for some discomfort, so please adjust accordingly. Just relax here. Just take a little break. Get all that tension out. Be more yin for the next round. We'll do one more round, and we're going to do it a little bit stronger. And if you wish to go back to Sphinx, please do. All right, when you're ready, stretch out your arms nice and wide on the floor. No need to look up at me. Just put your chin down and slowly crawl up. Crawl up with straight arms, right? It doesn't have to be very big. It can be as high up as it wants to be, but the tailbone has to be on the floor, and you got to be able to squeeze your glutes, release your glutes, and everything is comfortable, right? This is comfortable for me. It's strong, and I feel it, but it's very comfortable. So again, you have to find out where that is for you. Good, squeeze glutes, release glutes, do it with the breath. Good, inhale, look up. Exhale, drop your head down. See, you have to breathe all the way out. Inhale, back up. And you gotta go all the way up, because again, you're feeling where your range is from tailbone to crown of the head, from nose to toes. Exhale down. Good. Inhale, squeeze glutes. Look gently up, not too high, just a little bit. Relax into it. Open up your legs some more. Keep squeezing your glutes. And then exhale, relax your glutes. Good. And just close your eyes and breathe for 10. Feel your happy Buddha belly, right? The happier, the better. So that means the bigger, the better. As you breathe in, really let that diaphragm expand, pushing the abdomen against the pillow. It's beautiful. Let it grow. Articulate your spine naturally. Release any pain, tension, discomfort in the body. Slowly coming down, choose the other ear this time. This part is just as important. Oh, stretching out. Good, and as you lay out, relax. And just let everything go. Again, feeling the support of the bolster, very important. Good for your biofeedback. Right? What you're giving, what you're receiving. Gravity in yourself, that's the relationship. Yogis have a relationship with gravity. It's not an invisible force, it's a movable force that is not so invisible when we channel it through our own bodies. That's why we're scientists. Beautiful, everyone. Slowly coming up. Again, just allow yourself to flow in Sphinx. It'll feel nicer now. You've already taken a more extreme version. But again, comfortable. Strong, comfortable edge. All right, fantastic. Good. Now from here, what we're going to do is just crawl up. We're going to come up into tabletop. Good. And once we're into tabletop, all we're going to do here is take this leg and take a big step out to the right side and just move a little for 10. If you'd like to use the bolster underneath your knee, that's okay, but just some nice lunges. 9, roll with the breath. 8, and again, tailbone back, tailbone forward. You'll feel the same action we had in Sphinx, but with the safety of the frame now, both arms in front and the leg. Drop that hip. 2. Oh, so good. If we weren't running out of time, we would take this pose, but I just wanted to give you guys a little dessert, as they would say, or if it was before the meal, aperitif, right? Just that thing that comes pre or post. Just feels really good. But this is a transition. If you continue practicing after class, right? This is a position I would definitely explore, because we did squat already. We did all the hip openers. So now to take lizard pose. Fantastic for our low lunges. And again, it's just great to get the hip down in a safe way that feels safe, right? And again, no need to look up, right? There's enough there for all of us to work on. Just pointing that tailbone down, 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 and get towards the heel, right? Rock it out. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Fantastic, guys. Coming back, just bring that knee out in front. Sit in front of your bolster, nice and relaxed. We're going to take that bolster vertically. I'll show you from the side. We're going to lie back. So as you lie back, you can hold on to your knees, right? Just lie back. Relax. Now, this is the best part. Yogi's choice with the legs. For some of us, it's going to feel really good keeping our feet here, because we'll be able to do a couple adjustments before our Shavasana. Again, I would require you to really feel this first if it wasn't for you. So I want everyone to do this, but if you'd like to go further, you can, but just little tiny tilts with the tailbone, right? The feeling is like coming like up, right, into your back bend and then forward, right? So it's just a feeling of leveling out the lower back, stretching it out. Good. Of course, the next stage, you can open up into cobbler, a little more powerful in the back bend, so just be careful, right? The heels don't have to be super close. You can stretch them out, bring them in. We're just going to take this time right now just to relax, to let go. Breathing all the way in. Get as much articulation with your spine as you can. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Three, 2. And 1. If you're in cobbler, slowly, gently bring the knees towards each other. And again, if your feet are on the floor already, fantastic. Just continue joining as we tilt the spine forward and back. Again, it's almost like going into bridge pose, but not quite as much. You can take it as far as you wish. Right? But it just feels good, really good, leaning it, hanging it off of the edge, and then bringing it back and through. Again, strengthening through an area that for a lot of people is weak. But as we talk about, weakness is just a future strength. So the sooner you can identify a weakness, the sooner you can take on that work, seeing a future strength. Right? And that's what it was for me, taking on this area, right? It doesn't matter, right? What it is for someone else, it's for ourselves. We have to see it. Good, stretching back, fantastic. From here, just roll off your bolster onto your left side. You can take it, throw it underneath your knees if you wish. Just come full Shavasana. As you lie back in Shavasana, just take a deep breath in. And exhale, let that gravity flow through you. Feel it completely attached to the floor. All right, so this is the attachment and non-attachment because you're not doing anything. It would make no difference to you if you were attached to the ceiling or to the sidewall. Right? Gravity predicts that we are attached to the floor. And if we use no effort, we're in full Shavasana. That's the key with the yin. Over time, you'll be able to do the same thing with lying down that you can do with sitting up and stretching in all the different postures that look like pretzels. But they're just puzzles. And piece by piece, as we said at the beginning of class, we make this change. Breath by breath, right? Moment to moment. Let's open our Shavasana with one Brahmari. Deep breath in. Exhaling it all the way out through your fingertips. Send that energy through. Take another deep breath in and just slowly start to rock your head. Bend your knees and slowly bring your feet to the floor. Draw your hands up over top of your head. Stretch back, reach back, tilt tailbone, tilt it down. Playing with the spine, working with the spine. And when you're ready, rolling onto right side. And slowly coming up to a comfortable seated position. If you wish, you can sit on the bolster. Or if you'd like to sit on the floor, just bring the soles of the feet underneath your knees. Or if you'd like to work on it, bring your heels towards your tailbone. Right, resting here. Good, the spine is straight. What does that mean? Well, it's a little to the left, little to the right, little forward, little backward, a little bit of twisting, but it's a whole lot of lifting upward, right? Dropping chin, right? Finding that natural alignment, that comfort with the earth and the sky, right? Because we're sitting between both worlds. That's why this is the master pose. Standing, we're ungrounded, right? Sitting, we're very grounded. Lying down, we're extremely grounded, right? So it's like the tree. The roots are more grounded than the trunk, but the trunk is definitely more grounded than the branches, right? So just feeling that mathematics of nature as you hold. And now taking your hands together and start to scan your body, scan your spine, top to bottom. Up and down, up and down. What you're doing is, you can see my body's moving, but I'm not doing any. It's not like I'm doing this. It's just the hands, right? And then once you get into a flow, your whole body starts moving with it, but it's all based on the hands, right? The hands are leading the movement. So body is like the sound of the rattle, right? The hand is the rattle, but the body is the aftermath, the reflection, the ripple. It continues. Good, and just relax. Those palms open up. And close your eyes, go inside and feel. That's what it is to be alive, to be yourself, to be actually pressing against gravity. But again, piece by piece, there's no against anymore. We're with it. We're part of it. Right? Feeling that support of every atom in your body through the breath. Nothing can exist without this spirit, right? This life force energy, this connection, this union, right? This synthesis of many things, right? Into one thing, this moment. Let's honor that moment and many others like it, if not all of them, by slowly, slowly chanting the mantra Om as we bring our palms together. Deep breath in. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. In your hearts, in your lives, in everything that you see, are, and be. The divine in me sees and shares the divine in you. In love, with love, through love. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. Namaste. Yay! Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lynn. It was